Hello, everybody. Welcome, not back, but to Wild Beyond Witchlight, the Menagerie. This is the start of a wonderful group and campaign, hopefully, of a lot of my friends, and we shall see how it goes. Now, we have 6 players this time instead of the normal 5 I had last time. Why don't we go through all the characters and kind of introduce them, and then we'll start where everybody is in my city. So, we'll start with names. Hara the Lottle. So Kelly, you want to?
Hara is almost literally too cute to function, but she ends up with more of a demented side. Um, Her family has been cursed to be witches, and we are possessed with a spirit who we call Titan, who um, challenges me a lot for control. So Hara herself is very bright and bubbly, and Titan is very not. But just Hara being around, if you were to see somebody run up and try to be mean to her, you would naturally feel like you would even want to go so far as to aggress the person who is being mean to her.
Very interesting. Very interesting. Next, Tom, why don't you introduce Pipes?
Hello, I am Pipes. I'm musician. I play. Yep.
What is Pipes?
Pipes is a Harangon, a little small rabbit person, very short, carrying around with a bag of pipes with them and just play music where they go.
Ah. And next, Joseph, why don't you introduce your character?
Character. His name's Hardly, an old adventurer, glory long gone, trying to reclaim some of that in his glory days. He is also a Harangon, little gray around the edges.
Okay. Koi, why don't you introduce Silk Tough?
You didn't want to try to say his first name.
No.
uh, I will be playing Estmos Silktuft. From a very young age, he's always been a curious owl. He's studied in varying forms of magic. He used to actually be an auburn colored owl, but his exposure to the crap, I forgot what it is now. The Shadowfell's magic actually turned his feathers to more of like an inky color, and ever since then he has been so curious to see and learn what all in this world can magic actually change and do. So he is always looking to see what he can learn and grow from.
Super interesting. Brandon, why don't you introduce Sid?
Sid is a Gabak that just seems to be thrust into like weird and unusual situations, especially for a Gabak. He's particularly frightful of many things and doesn't really seem to belong on the front lines of an adventure, but somehow he always ends up in one.
Always a fun time when you get forced into stuff. And why don't you introduce your character?
My character is Ho-Ho, Silverfeather, from the Outlanders. And he just likes to beat up things.
And
Kind of young.
He's also an
It's like
outland,
that
I
look
believe.
on that face makes me feel like he eats whatever the things that he beats up are.
I found you an image art. I'll have to show it to you. Because I didn't have an image yet. No, get off that screen. Over here. Character art. Let me just.
It was like it has a Mona Lisa-esque grin with it.
Hey. Sometimes that happens. What is that art? Disappeared on me. It's somewhere. Oh, wait, I can get it from down there. Anyways. This is the art that I got for you. But where we are starting today is not at the Witchlight Carnival where this campaign starts. No, we are starting in a city completely surrounded by water. And as the camera will zoom in, it will zoom into a wide expanse of water on the surface. Calm, no real waves because it's too far from shore for that. And then it would plunge underwater, and through the bubbles and the lowering of depths, we see a great city surrounded by huge bubbles. Some of the buildings going above and beyond the bubble. There's farmlands are outside the city with different people swimming around, tending them. And what we see probably is the first of our characters. As we zoom in, you, Hara. Where's Hara this fine morning?
Oh, she would wake up in her apartment, which she lives in the flooded section of one of the towers.
These happen to be the towers that go above the
Above
water.
the bubble.
Yeah, up in the water. They're completely flooded out. It tends to be where the more aquatic races live. As well as they tend to be cheaper for that reason. Because not everybody can live there. But yes, you awaken to this day, and it's a normal day, much as always. What's something that you would do?
Yeah, well, I would begin my day with breakfast and then going to get supplies to continue with spells and rituals, whether of mine or Titan's desire.
Okay. And as we go, see you prepare for your day, and we zoom out the window and down under the bubble, we see probably in one of the many gardens of the city. This city is completely covered in greenery, as to keep oxygen in it. In one of the many famous gardens of the city, we probably see a small rabbit person. Pipes, what are you doing as of right now in the city?
I'm probably like just out for a walk. Flowers just blooming behind me as I'm walking past, just strolling and looking and observing.
You see a dryad from the side wave at you as you walk by.
Oh, I'll go. I would probably then go to go greet the dryad then.
And she greets you, good morning. They enjoy your presence here. You bloom flowers around you, and that's always something nice to them. And as you talk to the dryads, we'll flip over more, and I'll give more time to everybody as we go. I just want to kind of introduce people to the city as we go through one of the many ways into the city. It's one of the main gates. It doesn't lead outside to the water. It leads actually to another city in general. we see a cart rolling through. And in this cart, there's a lot of large birds. They come in several different colors, but most of them are yellow. And as the cart's rattling on, the camera goes and zooms in on the birds, and then underneath the birds and sleeping on the cart is a chicken fellow who looks a little out of place. You said you fell asleep with these animals, thinking, it's great to bask in the wonderful largeness, the large
The
birds.
warmth of a large bird.
Yeah. You didn't realize that this was a cart, and now it's nowhere near you where you went to sleep.
Huh.
And I think they hit like a stone or something and like jostle, and
Oh.
that kind of wakes you up.
Oh god. Whoa, what could that be? Where am I?
You pop your head up and you see water everywhere. Not like immediately on you, but you are completely underwater all the same.
Oh god, this can't be good. I don't think I should be here.
And as you look back where the cart came from, the portal closes.
And I can't leave now either. Oh great. Well, I guess just gotta try to find a way to get out of here. Back on land, in the open skies. Maybe I can see more other birds.
And I think you probably go to hop out of the cart and just look for stuff around you, like try to find a way out. As we go to, I assume the rest of our party, the three that I know are visiting, or at least will be visiting. What we do is we zoom in and out of the city. And instead, on the very edge of light, we see a whale with a bubble over its back. And as we zoom into the bubble, we see seats and such and people. And I think that's where we see the rest of our companions. We zoom in, we see several owlins, and a herringon. What are you three doing? You guys don't need to know each other. You guys just happen to be on the same transport.
Est would be reading a book and stopping ever so often to look out and enjoy the view, note down some things that he sees. Just keeping to his own self, muttering a little bit, talking out loud. Not really mindful of exactly what he's doing to everything around him. Just enthralled in learning, seeing all this new stuff.
And what about Hartley?
Oh, you just see him by the mast or the exit. He's just going over his gear, making sure everything's in order before he gets off. And also keeping an eye on the people around him, just to be sure that none of them look too familiar.
And as you're doing this, you see a herringon. What is Ho-Ho doing?
He would be very nervous because he's in a group of people since he's normally an outlander. Kind of fidgety, but stepping away from people, being in the back, trying to stay unnoticed, and trying to notice everything that's around him.
Your eyes probably meet the rabbits looking at you. The owl and rabbit's eyes meet as you both are keeping an eye on everybody. But then you probably both look away because you're trying not to be noticed by anybody.
Mm-hmm. As you do.
Real awkward all in all because you both know you've noticed each other.
I was just about to say, I also like to think that Ho-Ho's neck was almost backwards when they met eye contact.
Just the owl looking backwards. And...
I like that.
I love the idea that owlins can twist their heads like owls. It's great. But as you guys are getting closer and closer to the city, what happens is the whale kind of goes through the wall at a very specific point where it's still underwater, but as it goes through, the bubble isn't, and it like swims up to the dock, and there's no longer a bubble above you guys, and you guys are right next to the dock, and it like settles and lets you guys get off, and you guys just hear a deep rumbling voice. Final stop for Zabar. All passengers, please get off.
Alright.
Alright, I'm gonna walk out onto the dock.
Yeah. You guys walk off on the dock, and it's a pretty colorful city at this point. A lot of the buildings are made of different corals and rocks, bright colors. On the top of every building, there's greenery of some kind, vines along the walls. There's plant life aplenty. And I think something that catches, let's see, wow, you guys are not very perceptive of you guys, but for you, Ho-Ho, you see something that hasn't caught your eye since you were young. There was a poster on one of the walls, and as you get closer, you see it's an advertisement that the Witchlight Carnival is coming to town the next day. And you remember going to the Witchlight when you were a kid. It was a wondrous place.
I'll probably go check it out. Try to find a tavern to spend the night.
Oh, and there's plenty that you can do there. Plenty. And I think after you, I think it's when Ho-Ho walks up to the wall that causes I'm going to get this name right. Esmus and Hartley to new names. I have to get them going in my head. Esmus and Hartley, you guys noticed the rabbit person walk. No, not owl person, not rabbit. Again, new people. You noticed the owling walk up there, and you guys also see the advert. And much like him, it triggers inside of you guys. It's something that you guys haven't thought about in many years.
Oh wow. I haven't been there since I was a youngin'. Let's see. Tomorrow? I guess I gotta figure out something to do today then. I say to myself out loud.
And that's mess. You also hear him talking why. I don't know how you're walking, whether you're trying to read and walk or anything, but...
Oh, no, I would have put, while moving, I would have put the book away and stuff. That way I'm not completely oblivious, but I would mumble upon hearing, that's rather odd that they would... Coincidence that we're here at the same time. I'll definitely have to check it out.
You guys see different adverts as well around it, like for taverns and stuff. This is how they get their business from travelers. So different there's plenty of taverns you guys can go and actually stay at for the day if you wanted. Just don't know a good name right now, but I will come up with one. But probably a generic underwater one, like Rusty Anchor.
Rusty Anchor, I like it. If I saw an ad for the Rusty Anchor, I'd go.
Well, it's a good thing it's up on that wall
Not
too.
a brass pinion.
What was that, Art?
At least it's not the brass pinion.
Exactly. But now that you guys are in the city, we fly back away. to probably in the flyaway is probably the cart with the giant birds are rolling past you guys. As we go to Sid. Sid, have you gotten off the cart by now, or?
Yeah, I would have gotten off the cart and probably tried to inspect the portal for a way to turn it back on.
As far as you can tell, it's not manual. Like, it's not automatic. Like, you can't like hit something to hit it on. It seems to react to certain stimulus, which you do not possess. After fiddling with it for 10-15 minutes, you probably hear some children behind you. As you turn, there are just a group of different races and people. Like, there's a young sea elf. There's probably a couple human kids, and even a very young turtle. And they're all talking excitedly about a carnival that's happening the next day, and that they don't have a ticket, but they want to try to sneak in anyways.
Carnival sounds fun. I haven't been to one in ages. Well, my ages. So maybe that's something worth looking into. But for now, I would like to just walk through the city and try to find somewhere safe to be. That's not exposed around with a bunch.
And I think you end up walking just absent-mindedly behind the cart, and so like a minute after the cart rolls by, you also walk up and you see the figures getting off the ship, the whale. So you see all other three companions, two of which are bigger birds for you.
Birds. I should go introduce myself. I'd like to run up. Let's see.
There's
one for art, two for.
It was like
Silk Tough.
completely
Oh,
ignores
go
the
into
shorter
Silk Tough.
one.
So you run right up to Silk Tough.
Oh, you look so majestic. My name is Sid. What is your name? What can I address you as, sir?
Kind of look at you puzzled, look around. It's like, what? This is the first time I've been addressed this way. Well, my name is Estimus. Just kind of out here walking around. What enthralled you to come up and speak to me, though?
You're just such a magnificent, majestic creature. How could I not?
I'm not one to take or get flattery a lot, so feel free to stick around.
Oh, of course.
What is
As
it
he
that
says
you
that, I
were
would like to run to the other bird.
Man, look at this guy. He's here for 2 seconds and he's already got a fan.
Oh, another majestic bird. What is your name?
They call me Ho Ho. And what is majestic?
Majestic, beautiful, godly almost.
Are you sure you don't need glasses?
Oh, I'm quite sure I don't need glasses. I can spot a bird from a mile away. No problem.
All right. I still think you need glasses, though.
I don't think they fit. Okay, back to the other bird. I would like to just frantically jump between them until they
Hardly
split past.
Has this incredibly bemused expression on his face.
I'll look over to the other owl and be like, well, are you going this? I'll point to the direction I was heading. Are you going this way too? We can kind of stop him from having to run back and forth here.
Sure.
My name is Estimus, by the way.
They call me Ho Ho.
Maybe we can stop him running like his head. Oh, never mind. I'm gonna stop myself. I start to say something and I stop myself.
You mean you like to stalk and blending around like a chicken?
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Okay.
Oh, it's fine. That's what I'm made to do. It's fine. If you guys need to go separate directions, I'll try to get to each of you equally, but it might be a little rough. So don't feel bad if I don't come back right away.
And as you guys are introducing each other, I think we're gonna go to Hara, who's probably outside of her house now and probably picking stuff in one of the gardens. Probably random materials for her rituals.
Yes, I'm picking herbs. I need plants, and I have a direct list, which is rather long, of stuff that needs to be gotten.
Well, yeah, you got plenty to
It's
do
stuff
today.
it's stuff that I've been looking for quite a while.
Yeah, and the carnival is tomorrow, and you wouldn't want to miss that. Like, advertisements been all over the city the last couple months. I think ahead of you in the garden, you see there's probably something on your list to do with dryads, like a dryad sprig or something, and you see one distracted talking to a young rabbit ahead of you.
I'm going to try to sneak up and inspect.
Roll me a stealth. First roll of the game, that's a d20. So you're very
Wow, that
practiced.
bodes well.
You're very practiced at this. So what you do is you like go along the tree lines and you're just minding your feet. Like you have very slippery skin and stuff, so that lets you step without so much creaking and cracking stuff. So you're slipped up right behind it. I don't think either of the two figures notice you. What do you do?
Probably pluck.
So you reach out and you pluck the twig off its back, and like for you, Pipes, you just see the dryad you're talking to jump as if something happened to it, and it starts looking around. I assume how you run off to the side and hide behind a tree or something.
Well, that's Hara. Titan was what took her he took over her to go do that. Takes away
Okay.
her self-control at a point, so her eyes would have faded black as she crept up to him, and when she plucked it off the back of him, her eyes came back to what they were as she's holding this, realized what she's done, and she's gonna take about 6 steps in one direction and start walking like a normal person would.
And I think
Just
I
blend.
think because there's no other people here besides you two and the dryad is gonna notice you start to walk away, and kind of ask you. And I don't know if you also speak. I don't think you speak her language, but you, Pipes, you hear her just point at the axolotl person, the lotl, and exclaim that she pinched her, plucked her,
Excuse me.
and she kind of rubs her backside.
Excuse me. Hello? Did you pluck my friend?
I'm just gonna yell, "I'm sorry," and run away.
They apologize.
She still looks kind of pouty, and she rubs her backside as she walks into the nearest tree. She says goodbye to you, but she's not feeling it anymore.
I'll play a wee song before I leave. Then as a wee attempt to cheer up, then be on my way.
But yeah, you can't spend your whole day in the garden. you have
Yeah,
stuff to
well.
prepare before the big day too.
Yep.
But yeah, what are you off to do then? As I'm assuming her continues to collect supplies.
I'm off to go try to see if I can either find anyone who's playing like music or anything, or find anything to do with like any information to do with like where I would learn more about like sort of music stuff. And
If you want music, you probably want a tavern. Good thing there's a famous
shall be-
tavern in the city, the Rusty Anchor. You probably visit there every once in a while just to talk with the performers.
I'm probably going to there to go talk to the performers then.
And as you walk off in that direction, Hara, before we jump to everybody else, how long are you looking for materials? Do you stop for lunch or something? Like,
Oh, well, that getting what I would get, I would continue to make the amulet or whatever it was that I would be trying to make that from the piece that I just got.
yeah, okay.
My plucking, if you would. So I would go and grab the basic materials that I would need to finish what I would need for the plucking, and then I would find somewhere cozy to do said, to at least assemble it.
Okay, and
Like, I
you
can't do that walking around.
yeah. Plus, there could probably like once again, a tavern might not be a bad place. You know, the Rusty Anchor isn't too rowdy, so you could probably get a side booth and
Not to mention,
kind of
nobody's gonna bother me.
exactly. You're adorable. So I think after about 15-30 minutes, the group of 4 of you guys, you are navigating this city. This city is very different than above ground or above water cities. It's very much stylized like Venice, where there's a lot of waterways. And in fact, there's a lot of gondolas and such transporting both people and goods around the city. But there's still bridges and stuff to go. Navigating through the city isn't too difficult for you guys. And whenever you guys get lost, which for some of you guys is a lot easier than others, you guys can get directions to start heading back to the Rusty Anchor pretty much immediately. And I'd say you probably arrived there at the Rusty Anchor. It's looks like a typical building of this city, maybe a little bit more dingy, like more of a black stone than colorful coral, with a big anchor hanging precariously dangling right above the door. And you guys are free to enter and do whatever you want.
Now that I know I won't get lost getting there, following these birds and their shenanigans, I'm just gonna go up to the bar, see what's going on. Thanks for the directions, gents.
And I think what you see is a figure that almost seems elf-like in shape, but has like a big jellyfish type membrane over its head. You see let me get the name of the race again, but you see a jellyfish person. Probably not something you're used to seeing, but you probably have heard of them. They're called Nidarans. Nidaran, and they are probably abnormal on the surface, but they are pretty decently common down here. And let me see, I can always see if I can get a journal thing just to show you guys what they look like. So let me see, but he looks at you, and asks you what you would like.
Oh, I'm traveling around. I'll get the house special.
Nods and goes in the back for a little bit. Let me save as. I'm just gonna save this. Ba, ba, ba. Okay, so he goes in the back for a second, and starts, or it sends an order in the back. Sorry, not him specifically. What about the other three of you guys? As your rabbit companion heads up to the counter.
I would like to find a table with at least 2 chairs and frantically run to it and try to point the other owlins in this direction. Like, flag them down just as majestically as possible.
I will, or Est will go up to the counter and ask for 3 drinks. When the barkeep gets back.
Man, you got your hands full there.
Oh, well. This is the easiest way to make friends, is it not?
Yeah, I mean, you guys didn't even notice I tagged along.
Oh, if you want to join our table, you're more than welcome to.
Aw, shucks. Sure.
Yeah, so you guys sit down and order the drinks, and that's all coming and whatnot, but
Would now be the sort of time I would get to the tavern?
yeah, I think when they sit down and after they order and everything, right about when you could.
Where's the table located in the tavern?
What?
Where's the table located in the tavern?
Which kind of table would you pick at?
Being an outlander, I'd have my back to the wall.
Makes
I would
sense.
just find the first open table that I've seen.
It's only got 3 chairs, though.
It's only got 2 chairs. I didn't even get one for myself.
Okay, that's
I'm
not
going
what
to
we want.
enter the tavern. Listen to see if anyone's playing music. Is there like music already playing, or is there not?
Yeah, I think there would be somebody off to the side. Probably not bagpipe, but probably playing a lute or something.
Mm-hmm.
Probably cog shells.
A conch shell.
Cog shells.
I'm going to walk up directly, slightly too close in front of them, take out my lute, and then just try to play along with them.
Roll me a performance check.
I shall.
Nicely done. Yes. You probably have a few hiccups just to start as you find the right notes, but you start layering your sounds right under theirs, because you're using your bagpipes, not right?
I've got a lute as well, so I'm
Okay.
using the lute. So
Ah,
I'm not
okay.
out. I'm thinking them.
So yeah, you're using your lute, and you're just every so often just going right under his accentuating his playing, and it sounds very lovely. Lovely music washes over you four as you're at the table, as you see The player probably was just a human, but you see a human and a rabbit just playing the lute over on the side.
Needs more cowbell.
I'll be sort of dancing around, but with no expression on my face.
I
It's
mean,
like,
oh, sorry.
sorry, face of stone, but dancing around as I'm playing, sort of style-wise.
Oh, this is a definitely nicer atmosphere. So what brings y'all out here? Or under here, I should say.
Oh, I just kind of woke up here. You know, go
That-
day by day.
That's a good way to start your day. Waking up in
I-
a new town.
It's pretty average. It happens more frequently than you would think.
I understand. Heck, if I wasn't walked here, I probably would have never found this place.
Well, I have a feeling I would have got lucky and found it here.
What about you guys? And your friend there?
Right? Master Ho-Ho? Or Master Silk Tuft?
Oh, those two. And yourself, of course.
Yeah, don't count yourself out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm
I
nowhere
did
near
get
as great as
something for
these
you.
two.
Yeah, it's just that
Oh.
I had to.
Oh,
The
I've been
full-
blessed.
I had to take the first transportation out of a town. They weren't that little upset with me, so hey, this is where I ended.
I get that completely same reason why I'm here too, except maybe a little more shady.
I think as you guys talk, it's probably right about this time that how you probably enter. You probably have your favorite spot too that you sit, because I assume you come here more than just a little infrequently.
That's what I was about to head to my table and
Oh
Oh,
no, are
wow.
we all taking your table?
no, oh no, but when I sit down at my table and set out like all my stuff across I spew everything across the table, I realize that I don't have a dagger with me. So looking around the room, would any of you sitting at the table near me have a dagger visible?
I have a short sword strapped to my side, but it's like rabbit sized.
I mean, I guess that would work. I'm gonna go ahead and try to scurry that to me. Well, Titan is going to go ahead and try to scurry that to me.
So, Scurry, let's take a look at this. That is one of your hexes, right?
Oh, why
Yep.
didn't that pop
It-
up? Will it pop up?
No, I think it's being, I think it's something in my settings. But let me just open your thing and read it. But Scurry, as an action, a non-magical object you could choose can sprout legs and run. So what you see, you probably feel a little tugging, Hartley, as you turn to see your short sword like pull itself out of its scabbard, and walk away on legs towards this Lottle, this curious pink creature that is like in full almost like mage gear. And as soon as it gets over to her, it like puts itself in her hand and then like loses its legs and stuff.
Oh, there's a first time for everything.
I'm
I
just gonna
believe-
go ahead and stab it in the table and start to use it as like a straight edge to start like splitting my pluckening,
I think I've been
almost
robbed.
like you would with an arrow.
I think I've been robbed, but I'm not as bothered as I should be.
It's at this point that one of the random like elven waitresses walks up with a plate filled with sushi of all kinds and like sets it in front of you.
Ooh. Thank you. This looks fantastic. Is this a little sampling of everything?
You did ask for the special, and the sushi platter is one of our specialties.
Oh, that's fantastic. Good thing I have all these friends here. I don't know if I'd be able to eat this all myself. Oh, woe is me. If only I had another friend who could have just asked for said weapon, and I would have given it to them without question to come help eat the sushi with me. I say that out loud.
If only.
If only.
In a perfect world, right?
Yes.
I'm going to. Can I see? Would I have noticed Hera enter?
Yeah, and you probably Lotto's not super common, so you probably have seen her before in the city, because you living there for a little while. Her you probably would know at least by look. Pipes, just because if Lottos are uncommon, rabbits are very uncommon in the underwater cities. But yeah, you would have seen her enter and sit down. You would have seen the sword get up and walk over to her.
I'm just gonna stop playing and go over and be like, and ask like, "Are you okay? You screamed."
I screamed?
When you picked my friend, you screamed and ran away. Are you okay?
Oh, you're talking to the axolotl.
Oh,
I'm
just,
sorry. You just hear me squeak again. I have very bad self-control sometimes, and I'm really trying to work on that
oh no,
with this.
it's fine. I'm just making sure you're okay.
And you notice that there's a realization in her face that there is now a sword stuck in the table. Is this yours?
No.
Aye, that'd
Is
be
it
mine.
yours?
I'm pull it out of the table and like quickly shove all of my stuff back into my backpack, like just with both arms, just like quickly sweeping and shoving it into my backpack, and come back over and bring your sword back over. I'm sorry about that. I
No,
can't.
that's fine. It's fine. You
I
could have
just
asked.
I just do stuff and I can't help it all the time, and
It's fine. It's
I
fine.
don't even realize what's going on until after it's happened.
No, I just wonder. I'm just more wondering how you did it. Come on, come sit with us. We're all gathering up as a group of friends, apparently.
Well,
Have you tried the special here? It's very good.
it
I have
is.
this huge platter, and I can't eat it all. I need friends to help me.
I was just about to say, you notice that I picked several pieces off of the tray. Like it's like I'm picking which ones I know are the ones that are the ones you want to
Best.
eat.
At the sort of offer, my face will stay like completely blank, showing no emotion, but like my foot will be tapping really fast. Just
Oh, come on.
pure
That's
excitement.
all.
Also, I'm a witch and I can do this, and I use scurry again on a chair to bring it to me.
That is neat. Wow. All my time adventuring, I think I've only seen that a couple times.
Yeah, I only use it for trivial things, but
Oh yeah, bring a charity and such.
Ah.
Or rob someone across the room.
So
Says that with a hearty chuckle.
I think you noticed this, Pipes. As you stop playing and come over and talk, your music continues.
Yeah.
Like from where you were, not from you, just where you
Right.
were.
Yeah. I look over to see what's happened.
You don't see anything out of place.
I just assume I'm going crazy and then starting going into the food.
The rest of you hear the music continue as well. It's not just hit. But yeah, you guys are all digging in to enjoy your platter.
So are you two from here?
No, if you're referring to me, no.
Oh no, 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 not
I
you,
live
big man.
here.
Okay.
I'm talking to our new little ones over here, the axolotl. Am I right on that?
Yeah, I'm a lottle.
A lotto. Sorry about that.
I live here.
Man, see another
I-
rabbit person is wild.
Yeah, I'm not from here. I travel.
Yeah, y'all don't normally make it down here.
No, not really. Kinda chased out of the last time I was in sea.
I understand how that goes.
Why did they chase you?
Maybe used some loaded dice or some fake cards. You know, the locals didn't like me.
Oh. Making friends is good.
That it is. Especially when you're in a new place. And we got some locals who can show us around.
Can any of you breathe water?
No.
Oh,
I can, but only once.
Yeah.
And only for so long, and then it stops working.
Yeah, so none of you are coming over.
That's
I live in
might.
flooded apartments.
Yeah, I was about to say that might confuse the non ones, but
There's buildings that go past the jelly shield and go all the way up to the surface, but I don't live that far. I still like it where it's kind of dark.
Get dark?
Yeah.
How can you see?
Oh, I can see in the dark too.
Easy.
You also noticed that there was no fire in this tavern. This might not be apparent to most of you guys. I know Sid would have noticed it immediately. But yeah, this room is kept warm via pipes along the wall that kind of like
What?
radiate heat. While everybody's talking, what is Ho Ho thinking about and doing?
just observing, staying in the corner.
All these new people are at your table now.
Yeah, I know, it's kind of making me nervous. You know, been by myself for so long. Kind of quiet, just
You,
observing and listening.
yeah, you guys noticed another individual at this table, and Pipes, that isn't so much joining in the conversation. Are you enjoying the sushi, Ho Ho, or are you avoiding?
Oh
The
no, I'm
food.
enjoying the sushi.
So yeah, you see another owl person at the table, taking bites from sushi every once in a while, but just kind of keeping an eye out on the room.
Hello.
Hello.
Sushi is nice.
Yeah, there's a lot of good fish down here. Whether you want it fried or boiled or fresh.
I mean, it's underwater. Makes sense. I am gonna miss regular meat, though.
Yeah, you'd
This
still be
place have any
surprised how many
carrots?
people could fuck up fish, even being down here.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, as a local, I bet you know all the worst fish places.
Do not get the food from the
You can make
wooden
up
place
the wooden
next
plate.
to the gardens.
Oh, is it like a food stand?
I'd like to imagine it's like a hipster place. A lot of salads and stuff. But also fish that is not properly cooked. Like they tried to cook it. It's probably fish sous vide, which is cooking in bags.
Ugh.
Which is good for
Excellent.
steak and stuff. But I imagine for fish it doesn't turn out the same. Because it's something that our two
Infinite
residents,
fish farmer markets.
yeah, our two regulars here that live in the city would know that you don't cook over fires here. There's no fires in the city.
Places with that.
Almost immediately noticed the camping set I carried around with me.
You're
Does
allowed
that,
to have.
does that apply to magical spells or magical fire as well?
The two regulars would know that yes, it
Cheer
does.
one, cheer one, cheer one.
Yes.
Fires in all kind are highly frowned upon.
Okay. I don't have that ability anyways, but I know it is one that is out there.
Glad I like raw fish.
Sorry, but they better have some freaking carrots down here. I swear to God.
Oh, there's plenty
I
of
know a
gardens.
place that does
They got
carrots.
Oh yeah, you definitely know where the carrots are, little man.
That's
Yes. And lettuce. I
was
like
like-
lettuce.
There's plenty of farmers down here, even inside the city walls.
Although a
I'm
lot
glad
of
to know
people
I'm
get-
not the only one plucking stuff.
A lot of people get.
That's not what I
fried
thought you
peas,
said,
lettuce
Kelly.
confused.
Thought he said something else.
Me too. Think he slurred his words a little bit. But yeah, as you guys are talking, the server comes back, takes the now empty sushi tray, refills drinks, and notices all the new like exotic faces at the table, and it's like, oh, I haven't seen you guys around here. Are you guys in town for the carnival?
Saw something about that at the entrance of town. Is it really coming through tomorrow?
Oh yes, it has been here for a long while. But it's very exciting. It's brought a lot of tourists in.
Man, I would have picked this destination on purpose if I knew otherwise.
It's honestly, it's good that you got here early too. Like they haven't set up yet, and that's real exciting to see. Like, because they don't set up inside the city; they set up in their own personal space outside.
Is there a way for those of us who can't breathe water to go check it out?
They bring their own air
Oh.
for it, but there is different ways. We have some stuff for tourists to get to and from there. Short time limit air bubbles and scrolls of air bubbles and such.
Ooh.
Which is a Strixhaven spell, I believe. Let me see if I have it in here. I do not have it in here. That's something I'll have to look into. But yeah. So basically, you don't have to worry. They do have some stuff to accommodate people. So.
One is on Prentice, which is on the end of Hamilton.
As you guys are relaxing and stuff, the day passes on and on. Do you guys just sit and talk and introduce each other to each other, that kind of thing?
Yeah,
Yes.
for sure.
I might play some songs at the table at some points. Take some requests.
Try to harmonize with yourself, because that's still going on to the side.
Yeah.
I'd like to request the Gabak dance.
Oh, what?
Yeah. Doobie dance.
I don't think anybody knows that one.
Well, you need a cowbell.
Yeah, I don't know. He has a bagpipe.
Mm,
Nope, I would like to
yeah.
try to attempt to teach him how to play the Gabak dance.
Then do a performance. Dear God, you guys are rolling well. Good thing none of this is important as you start playing your own instrument and you start doing. So how does this look?
I'd like to jump up in the middle of the table and just start like, not like flailing on the cowbell, but like aggressively hitting it, trying to make it as loud as possible in the rhythm of the chicken dance, but slightly faster.
I
I would like to try and replicate.
go ahead and do a performance check.
I look over at the one person I see in our group as being super serious, and I ask him this question.
Yeah.
Okay, don't get it. There ain't
Are
nobody
we
here.
all too crazy for you? Asking that to Cody's character. I don't know the names.
Boys, it is Esmus.
Esmus.
I'm sorry, I did not realize that you were talking to me. What was the question?
Oh, I'm just asking, you know. We're all just hanging out. We being too rowdy for you?
Oh no, you guys are fine. I seldomly really get around people. It is not out of fear of crowds. It's just more thought, or more trapped in my own thoughts. So you guys are not bothering me in the slightest. This is a nice
Oh.
change of pace.
Oh. What's been trapping your mind recently?
Oh, I like to take in everything, think, and note down. It's just random things here and there.
Oh, okay. So kind
Nothing
of like
really worth noting.
you're
But
just
thank you
kind of
for asking.
You're just kind of chronicling your experiences.
Yes, that is one way to put it.
Man, I used to keep a journal, but that was a long time ago. As he continues to pester you with questions about your books and stuff.
Can I like directly stare at Esmos and like while I'm playing, just like telepathically ask, "Does this bring you pleasure, Master?"
So you feel an intrusion in your mind as you hear those words in the voice of this Gabak in front of you.
What? I just carry on my conversation with Hartley.
You get
Not
Getting no
sure
response,
exactly
I
what
would like to stop playing.
Not entirely sure what just happened. I'm just gonna play it off like nothing
Do
happened.
you look sad, Sid, or are
Yeah,
you
just like defeat just washes over my face, and it's just like, well, there's always next time.
Man, about this carnival, I haven't been there since I was... Shit, how old am I?
I did write down your age. Give me 1 second.
I don't know. How old
That was
are
in
you?
character. That was
I
in
know.
character. He doesn't remember how old he is.
I don't know. I don't know how old is typical for you for your race.
I believe I'm somewhere in my 40s. I'm not sure though.
Oh man, that makes me older than you.
you look at the tiny owl in front, not the tiny. He's not tiny anymore, but you look at the owl person in front of you.
Does not look like I am 57, but I am definitely in.
You keep yourself in good condition. See, I got gray all around me. I'm
Ah,
old.
but a lot of
Creak when
my
I
time
move.
is spent inside, where you seem one who is more adventurous than I.
Yes, I love to adventure. I crave it.
Maybe by the time we are all done here, I might show my age.
Who knows? Maybe. Or maybe you'll get even younger.
Yeah, that is true.
Ho
Worlds of possibilities.
ho, you hear them talking about adventures and such. Same for you, probably, Pipes, because you probably dream of adventures, but haven't really gone on much. What do you guys think about adventures?
I wish
Like
to
to-
go on an adventure.
I would love an adventure.
Yes, adventure. You know, it reminds me of this one time. And he goes into like he goes into a long-winded story about how he and his old crew used to pull off different shenanigans, like taking out goblin camps.
I think
freeing.
partway through, you guys hear, and this doesn't affect horror at all, and it only slightly affects Pipes, as if Pipes is getting used to it. But you guys hear like a deep, it's almost like a gator bellow,
Oh,
like the rumble
that's terrifying.
from like miles away. But you guys hear it. How do you guys react to that sound? Like I said, Pipes and horror, you guys are either used to it or getting used to it.
Oh, that'd make
Like
my
the
ears
town?
go straight up and point towards the sound. You know, like a rabbit would. I'd stop talking immediately.
I would be twisting my head around to try to figure out where the sound came from.
I'd be twisting around my head too, but I'd also be having my hands hovered over my weapon at the time.
I would like to hide behind the larger of the two birds.
I don't know which one is larger.
Make a decision. Which one do you
What's a
think
good
is
time to
larger?
determine that? No.
So here's the question: how big are you? How big is Ho Ho?
Just a little bit more than average, but not in the large category.
Yeah. So you're
But
probably.
he's also not the
Yeah,
best
I'm
looking.
behind Ho Ho.
He's just not the best looking owl in the world. You know, he's been put away rough quite a few times.
So you look tougher.
fine.
Gotcha.
Yep, that means I'm hiding behind him.
So you
Ha.
will make an adequate meat shield, and nobody can take that away from you.
You would know that this is probably just one of the random sea creatures that like swims near the city but never close. Like just within range that its sounds could be heard basically, and it could be seen on the edge of light, but you guys are not outside.
I was just about to say, I start to nerd out about them.
This is probably a large gator-like sea creature. Not sure exactly what it is, but go ahead and whatever you would like to say, Kelly.
Oh, I was just gonna express to everybody about how you can see, like, down onto them from where my apartment is.
What is it? It sounds so massive.
Oh, I don't know. You can't ever really see. They don't ever really come close enough, but you can see sort of the silhouettes sometimes.
That'd be a creature to try and find. Cause see, it reminds me of this one time. You see, we were sent to take out like some kind of crazy giant cave bear, but you know, it turned out to be a mini dragon. So getting surprised like that, prime adventure material.
Oh, I would love to see, like, a mini dragon.
You have fought a dragon?
Me and my old crew, yeah. Back in the day. You seem pretty knowledgeable about these sea monsters. What was it, Piper?
My name is Pipes.
I am sorry.
It is okay.
Alright. You seem to know a lot about the sea creatures, Pipes. I look forward to learning more from you.
I don't know much. I only know what I know.
Hey, that's more than some people know.
Yeah, there's definitely a few of you guys who don't know much.
I don't know about sea creatures.
But yeah, no, and I think with that, with tales of tales of adventures and stuff, I think the night continues on fairly uneventful. And as those of you without a place to live probably stay at the Rusty Anchor. It's central enough in the city, as Hala would probably head home to her apartments. And what kind of apartments are yours, Pipes?
I think I've just been like sleeping at the tree where the druid is.
Oh, just in the garden?
Just in the garden. I've just been sleeping in the garden.
So you have like maybe a little nestle off to the side
Yeah.
that you built, like just to,
A rabbit burrow.
but not on the ground, like with random bushes and stuff. Just
Yeah.
like,
An above ground burrow.
yeah, exactly.
We have one of those next to my house, actually.
Yeah, now imagine that, but for a 3-foot rabbit.
Yeah.
Uh,
I mean, I'm not much bigger. I'm only like 2 feet taller than him.
I'd
Yeah,
probably
he-
be bragging to the Dryad as well that I have new friends and that they should meet my new friends.
do you mention that one of the friends is the ones that plucked her?
Yeah, I'll say that they apologized and stuff.
I think she makes a mention to you that she's happy you made new friends. She doesn't think she'll like them, seeing how they seem to not be able to keep their hands to themselves. By the way, Corey and Joseph, wait, actually no, Joseph wouldn't know this, but Brandon would and Kelly would. This is the same Dryad as Icewind Dale, just from a different time.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Oh,
So-
great, she's needy.
No, she's nowhere near as needy because there's people around. For context for the others, there was a Dryad that got really upset with Tom's character because she was needy because she was all alone and she wanted them to stay, and he couldn't talk to her, so she misconstrued everything he did in the most negative way. It was hilarious. He made her cry.
Now he's being nice to her. I see how it is. Making up for the sins of your ghost or for your future.
Or
Yeah,
past.
You know, you gotta. Yeah. Sure.
Yeah, definitely Hartley's gonna stay at the tavern. His excuse is he'll never find it again if he leaves it.
Plus, you have a couple friends here already. Why would you leave?
Mm-hmm. Looks over at the axolotl and the little rabbit persons. Like, I hope to see you guys tomorrow.
Oh yeah, we're gonna go to the carnival.
Oh yeah, and I say the words, "Ever been?"
Yeah.
To the whole group. To the whole group.
Winner's a wee one.
I was here, I believe, last time they were around. I was just a kid.
No,
Yeah,
it's just
been
a
ages.
teenager.
Going through my midlife crisis. It's fine.
Wait,
Uh,
hey, no. Ho, you been to the carnival before?
Long, long time ago.
And what about you, I never caught your name, my little chicken friend.
It? Yes, that's me.
Yeah, have you
I-
ever been to this carnival in the past?
Yeah, I went for my midlife crisis.
Wait, we've all been? That's wild.
and I think as she's cleaning up the cups and stuff off your table, the server would say, "Well, it's not too wild. Witchlight visits everywhere. And it goes above land, below water, even underground, even to the different planes."
As she's taking the cups, I would like to keep the cup that I was given because one of the other owls bought it for me.
She sees you still having it, so she's not gonna take it from you. and she takes the rest of them, but she kind of just looks at you as she takes the rest of them.
Want to turn away?
She walks to the Nadar and behind the barkeep. Zapper, we had another one taken. Don't have to order more at this rate. People just keep taking mugs for some reason.
Good, I'll contribute to the problem.
Because this is a real thing. I don't know why people steal mugs and salt shakers and sugar shakers and everything, but they do. Like, it's a real thing. Yeah. Oh no, if I was doing that, the server wouldn't be doing her job correctly. Anyways, you got that, and you can like hide it in your bag, I guess. They're not gonna try to take it from you. And you guys all get rooms. I'm not gonna like charge you golds or something that's ridiculous. There's a discounted price that you guys could all pay just enough to get a room. Do any of you guys share rooms, or are you guys trying to avoid the chicken living in the room with you?
I'll share a room with dang near anybody. If you need me to take up space so a certain chicken doesn't show up, I'm gladly obliged.
As long as I have a roof.
I say that in a whisper.
I was just about to
As long as I
say,
have
I
a
like
roof,
to say that
the
he
roost
agrees
on, I'd
with
be
you.
fine.
Yeah, no, Esma offers a room to share a room with people. And the server says, well, we do have one room that can situate all four of you guys.
That'd be perfect.
Alright, we'll take it.
It's very much of the generic, like, almost like cabin room feel. Like wooden sides, and it's all paneling, but it's all themed. And it's for not the best beds, but good enough to get a nice rest on.
I immediately take out my gear in the room, start cleaning it, working through it.
Or you flint and steel that are slightly illegal here.
And I say this, like, adventuring rule number 25, make sure your gear is always on point.
Following that rule, Est will get out his books and pens and quills and make sure everything's all in order.
Something that I actually didn't do.
Don't actually listen to my rules.
I
He's getting all the fans.
You've got more experience than I do.
And I'm gonna take the bed in the corner, and I'm gonna sit down on it, and I'm gonna start honing the edge of one of my sabers.
Something I realized I didn't set up for you guys are notes.
I'm gonna have to. Yeah, as
Just
soon as I
in
get
case you
those
want.
notes, I need to keep track of it all.
Yeah, I figured when you were sprouting out numbers, just in case somebody wants them. But let's jump while you guys are getting ready for bed. Let's go over to Pipes. Pipes, how does it look like for you getting ready for bed?
I'm probably still like with the dryad, trying to like almost as like keeping me company. I'll like be tuning like both the bagpipes and the guitar. You know, I'll probably like almost sleep on the bagpipes like as a pillow. Yeah, you know, just be falling down, and then I don't know, just probably like almost like telling each other stories till I fall asleep type thing.
Ah, cool. And for you, Hara, what does it look like for you?
No, I walk into my pitch black room and as I lay down to go to sleep, as I fall asleep, I whisper in deep speech as I'm sleeping.
When you go to snore, you're like breathe in and then
Yishtomato Shakna. In a very manly voice.
yeah. Everybody
Does that
should have
sound
notes
right,
now.
Kelly?
Exactly. Well, that it's not even me who's whispering, it's Titan who whispers while I'm asleep.
Alright, let's go find these notes. Journal. Oh, I probably have to refresh the forge.
It should be on our journals.
Yeah, but mine's been disconnecting, reconnecting rapidly.
Oh, that's fair. Everybody should see it though.
I'm getting mad Sarah vibes from your sleep habits. If Titan sits stock straight up and starts talking to me in Abyssal, my guy will freak out.
Just turn heads. That would require him to know Abyssal, which I don't
And
know
I
if he
do
does.
not.
Pipes is going to start speaking Abyssal in their sleep.
Oh, no.
So, you, for you four, how does it look for you four to tuck in after you get your gear all set up and everything?
Early to bed, early to rise. I want to be the first one in bed, ready to go to sleep.
So you're just already in your bed asleep. Do you take anything off, or are you just in the bed?
No, you gotta be ready for all circumstances. You don't know what life's gonna throw at you.
Okay, because it's leather armor. You're allowed to sleep in it, with no ill will. Light armor is perfectly fine. What about you? Yeah, what about you?
Oh, I'll go last.
Oh, Esmus.
I would be staying up and listening to more of Hartley's stories if he is rambling while cleaning his gear.
He
If
is
he's not-
rambling. He
Every
loves
so
the
often when
ramble.
he says something that S would find interesting, he jogs it down, then goes back to keeping all of his equipment in order.
Also, because of your learned past, you can ask me if you would know stuff, Corey, as it comes up.
Gotcha. Okay.
Go ahead.
After I've ran through all my gear, I'd perch over in the corner. I wouldn't actually sleep on the bed because I'm not used to a bed. It would be like really strange for me. But I'd like sit in a corner. The boat propped up beside me, and the two sabers across my lap when I go to sleep.
Okay. And as everybody goes to sleep, what we see is we go across the city, and what most of you guys would have noticed as it was dimming is that the city is not lit by sunlight. Being so far down underwater, the city is actually lit by different lamps and such around the city, and those lamps, like everything else, does not contain fire. So what it is those lamps seem to have with it glowing, it's hard to see, but as the night goes through and it dims and dims, we as viewers will be able to see that there's some kind of fungus, like a mushroom, inside these different lamps. And as dawn approaches, what happens is one solitary figure goes around, and to each of them kind of puts some old some refuge in each of them, and it's sealed off by an additional bubble, much like the bubble that holds the air into the city. But as he does, the lights start to glow brighter and brighter, and that's what symbolizes dawn in this city. And as that happens, light creaks in through the window and probably positioned perfectly for this, Sid, it hits across your face, probably as you're waking up and getting ready. So, what would you like to do waking up, Sid? Because you said you wanted to be early.
I would like to go downstairs, ask for some kind of a breakfast meal for 3, and as soon as it's ready, walk back upstairs. And as to not disturb the other guests in the room, I would like to telepathically, like, basically make a rooster call into the minds of the 2 sleeping Allens.
So, Asmos and Ho-Ho, Asmos, you probably up a little bit later listening to the stories, but you hear a cock-a-doodle-doo in your mind, jolting you awake, and same for you, Ho-Ho, you just hear what sounds like a rooster call go off in your head. Pierces right through any dreams you were having.
How close is he?
How close would you be?
I would be in the room, probably. I don't know. Are they like in the beds next to each other?
No. Ho-Ho is in the corner, while Esmos would be in one of the beds.
Alright, I would like to be equidistant between both of them.
So let's say like 5. Let's say 3 to 5 feet between you two. So.
Oh no, I hear typing.
Oh, that was probably me. My keyboard's a little loud. I'm sorry.
Oh no. I just assumed it was Mike.
No,
yeah, normally when you're typing, it's something going on.
I tried to have my mic away from my keyboard because I stream and stuff. I try not to have that. But I was typing and saying hello to somebody. Yeah. So go ahead.
It would have startled me, and I would have jumped up like I was getting ready to hit something.
I'd like to be present with food in my hand.
And I think for breakfast, there's probably a porridge of some kind and some bread. Like not everything is it's probably some kind of different meat. It's not fish, but it's definitely not land meat.
Like alligator or something crazy like
Hey,
that.
gator is delicious.
This
Tastes
meat-
just like a
this
bok.
ain't meat.
Yeah, it tastes just like a bok. But yeah, so it has a little bit of breakfast on a tray.
Did that make a lot of noise when they got up? Would I be awake?
Ho-Ho, did you make noise when you jolted up, or?
Well, you'd figure you'd hear the 2 swords clinking together as I'm coming to my feet.
Oh.
It's a little bit. You hear battle noises.
Oh, then fucking poor, Hardly. You'd see him immediately sit up and he has one of his crossbows, the repeating one, pointed at whatever made the noise.
S is just gonna put a pillow over his face. Guys, it's too early for this.
So
whatever's going on.
Wait. Oh, wait.
I would like to
Sorry
go
about
to
that.
sleep.
Sorry. Heard blades, it was a reflex.
6 a.m. standoffs.
Sorry.
It's time for dinner or time for breakfast. Wake up, come on.
Put the swords away.
I unload the crossbow and I'm
What's
like,
in
all
my
right.
head again?
Wait, he was in your head? All I heard was the blades.
I'd like to make the rooster sound into Hartley's head as well.
Whoa! He can tickle your brain cage.
I would like half sleep be eating, like just barely awake, shoving food in, and once I'm done, I go back to sleep. With a mumbled thank you in response to giving the food being given.
He said he got 3. I'm assuming he got it for himself and his 2 friends.
Esmos just didn't
That
really
would be
ask. He just
correct.
got up, ate it, and then went back to sleep.
Hello, Stan.
No, I was asking. He only got 3. There's 4 people in this room. He didn't feed me, did he?
That would be correct. You are not bird, therefore you
I'd
are
be like-
lower status.
I'd be like, all right, fine. I see how it is. I'm put on my overcoat, go downstairs, get some breakfast.
I was waiting for you to re-put your reload your crossbow bolt.
No. I'm unloading it because I don't want to accidentally discharge it. You know, safety first.
But what did you say, Ho-Ho?
Oh, I was talking to Rachel. Sorry.
Oh, okay. I was just double checking. So yeah, as you guys, once again, we go back to Ha and Pipes as they wake up. What are you like? Today's the big day of the carnival. Plus, you have new friends that don't talk in deep speech.
I was just about to say, not knowing I do that, I wake up very excited. I put my cloak and my hat on. I go get breakfast that's not from that place, and then I go there to meet them in the morning.
Not from the hippie place.
I wake up, I take my bagpipes, I take a massive breath and just play like a massive burst on the bagpipes as a wee energizing thing. Then I go get some food, then go meet them at the tavern. And I try to convince the Dryad to come with me, even knowing I probably won't succeed.
Yeah, no, she's kind of groggily sticks her head out the thing, like shaking her head at the bagpipes, and just like waves at you, but goes back in the tree. As you go, and you and her probably get there. Why Hartley's enjoying his breakfast?
Eating downstairs because apparently I'm of lower status.
Well, you don't have feathers, so you know.
No, he doesn't mind at all. He just thinks it is one of his personality quirks.
Well, you're an adventurous type. Why don't you give me a history? See if you've run into his people before.
All right, let's take a look. See if I have.
I'd love you to get a nat 1 right now.
I would too. I think it'd be funny. It's like I didn't know chickens could do that. What do you need, a history check?
Yeah.
Do I get any sort of advantage or?
No, just a history.
All right. Whoa. Oh, I see what you mean by how this changed.
Yeah. And now you don't know what's up with him. He seems kind of small for an Arakaka, though.
Yeah, he does seem small for an Arakaka, even smaller than those owl folk.
Yeah.
He ruminates about this while he eats breakfast.
But you're pretty sure he's an Arakaka, but he's really small.
Yeah, he's like an Arakaka, but he's small.
Maybe he's a baby Arakaka.
Maybe he's a child. That explains his, like, hero worship. He's, like, talking to himself as he's eating breakfast.
And it's after you've come to this realization that your friends have arrived, her and Pipes. They meet outside because their morning routines were fairly similar.
You're talking to yourself.
Yes, I am. I'm okay though. I'm not like losing it.
Like,
I'm just wondering about that other bird.
Everybody.
What was that, Kelly?
I said I very excitedly hug everybody as I first see them.
Aw, so adorable.
How was your guys' evening? I stayed up way too late talking about adventure and stories.
I had a similar experience.
You did? That's fantastic.
I have a friend here.
It's always good to have friends.
I'm excited to hang out with new friends. We should all.
You know, as they say, adventuring rule number 2 is never adventure without your friends.
That's a rule.
Yeah.
Yes.
I note it down.
Gotta be safe.
If you adventure by yourself, you have a higher chance of getting hurt or worse, killed.
You gotta at least let somebody know where you're going. That way they can come and look for you.
I love your page system, Joseph. I
Yeah,
do
I'm
like
adding to it.
they've changed journals. I think
I
Kelly,
noticed
you
that
haven't.
they have changed.
Yeah, they've
journals.
changed journals where there's now pages. You can add images and stuff to them. Everything. The images you probably have to ask me to do, though it probably would let you do some. But anyways.
What is rule number?
Go ahead.
Rule number
What
one?
is rule number 1?
Rule number 1 is never adventure on an empty fuel tank. Come on, you guys eat breakfast yet?
Yeah, not from here.
Yeah.
Not from here. I mean, I will admit that the bowl of porridge, not the best, but better than nothing.
And I'm gonna use air quotes, meat.
That
Yes,
meat
a
was
substance.
definitely really springy and chewy. You, however,
Whatever.
probably know exactly what it is. It's jellyfish. But
It's like tofu.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
not big on tofu.
Jelly foo.
That just sounds like a martial art. But yeah, you guys probably sit down and talk for a good 15 to 30 minutes before anybody else comes down. I assume, though, Ho-Ho is awake. Do you go down to the room after eating Ho-Ho, or?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not 15, 20 minutes. It's probably more like 5 minutes. Your other companion, your owl, one of your owlin friends, come down and like notices you guys. Do you go to their table or do you try to stay off to the side, Ho-Ho?
I'll go over to the table, but kind of stand off to the side.
Okay.
Good morning, oh feathered one. He says, laughing.
Speaking of which, Sid, do you follow him down? Or are you
Didn't he
staying up with
grumble
the
and say
sleeping
he
one?
wanted another hour or so?
Well, not Sid.
Oh.
That's Asmos. Sid is the
Oh god,
the baby Arakaka.
The baby Arakaka.
No, I'm gonna go wake people up because I'm excited.
Oh, she's just gonna go upstairs and wake people up. I see.
Yep. So, you tell her what room they're in, Hartley?
Of course. If she asks, I'll tell her right away where
who
we're
could
staying.
say no to her? As she goes up, she knocks on your door, Sid and Esmos.
Poor Esmos.
Open the door.
Good morning. I hug you and then walk past you.
Oh, okay.
I hug anybody who's standing on their feet, and I proceed to open the blinds for the window.
Oh god.
The bioluminescent light just pours into the room.
It's such an exciting day, guys.
Well, gonna pick up my stuff or pick up the bowls and take them back downstairs.
Esmos, you see light start to bleed underneath the pillow because somebody opened up the window and is now talking.
I'm gonna walk over and tap on your shoulder.
I'm just not gonna move. Just hoping.
Just
hoping
gonna play
everybody goes
dead.
away. Yep.
That's what I want to start, like, trying to find the crack that the light is peeking through to look through and see him. Are you okay?
Do I see him looking through the crack? If I can see his eyes peeking through?
You do have dark vision. You do look and just eye to eye.
He's a Lex model.
I will.
no. The typing.
Oh yeah. So what you see when you look through the crack is you just see like empty space where a head would be. You just where you expect a head, you just don't see anything. Horror. Because his body would be under the blanket, his head would be under the pillow. So you're looking like between the sheets and the pillow, and you just see nothing in there. There's just pillow.
Is there still like a lump of a person?
Yeah, there's a lump underneath the blanket.
I can do it. I feel it in my bones.
Imagine, Kelly, if you would, the lump under the blanket and pillow is roughly your size in real life.
Okay, well that's eyes will go black and she's going to yell at him to get out of the bed in deep speech.
How loud yell? Are you just saying it like above, like me talking to you accidentally
like
getting loud?
Screaming. No, like screaming.
So, Asmus, you hear this, and I'm sure you have more languages than just two. I
do not know deep speech, so I just hear just random
like
noises, and I just
double speak. Yeah,
just try to go back to sleep.
There seems to be no reaction, Titan.
I'm just gonna huff and then walk down like leave.
When do you go back to horror form? Like as you're leaving?
Oh yeah, when I huff.
Okay. I love split personalities with all my players. Every game there's always some kind of insanity like this. I love it. It's becoming a pattern. But as you go back down, you see everybody's conversation. As he's upstairs, Sid, you go down to take your bowls and stuff. You sit with the others at the group, with the other owling and such? Brandon?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yep. I'd like to join the group.
So you sit down with them. What's the conversation like down there as Hara is talking upstairs?
Was that a demon? Wait, could we hear her?
After you would, but that'd be like a minute after Sid sits down and stuff. Just what is the conversation as Hara walks upstairs? Basically, is what I'm asking.
I'm just
rules to adventuring that I need to learn in order to seek an adventure. How does one tell when they're on an adventure and they're not just down on their luck?
Ow, that hurts. But there is a difference between being down on your luck and then being on an adventure. An adventure, you're trying to solve mainly solve the issue that has you down under, like I'm completely broke. But I'm hoping that I'll be able to get some adventuring work here, make some money. You know what I mean?
You are very wise.
I try to be.
Yes. Wise.
Very.
I mean, comparatively.
I don't think people need more than one adventure. That just leads to more dangerousness and more possibility of dying an early death.
What? The glory.
Can you take the glory with you?
No, but others take the glory with them when they hear about your greatness.
Yeah, no, still not feeling it. The value of living a longer life.
I mean, I've been adventuring my whole life, and I'm pretty old.
How old is old?
I don't know. When you start going gray.
I mean, I got a gray feather over here, but
I mean, I'm white. Is that not past gray?
That's got me
I'm
thinking.
not old, but
You
I'm
might
gray.
just have a white coat.
I
but
don't.
when he turned gray when he got older, like I don't
Oh,
know much about your folks, so
not sure.
Yeah, I
You
don't.
almost
I
look
don't
like
turn
an
white like
albino.
that.
I do not know.
You're not an albino?
I don't know. I don't know where I'm trying to seek my family. Maybe when I
That's
find
it.
them, I will find out.
That's an adventure and a half.
Hmm. That could be fun.
But today we gotta check out this carnival I haven't been in forever.
I think we need to wait for Master Silvertuff to get up. He doesn't seem like a morning person.
I shall
I
go
kinda.
hit them up. I'm
Oh,
going to go grab my bagpipes and walk down the stairs.
I kinda kept the poor bird up all night. He just was willing to listen to all my stories.
This,
I
I'd
mean,
like to.
I'll literally talk forever unless you stop me.
As long as you
No.
bring
I
him
tried-
joy, that's all that matters.
I tried to get him up, and he just turned invisible. So I came back downstairs.
Was that the boom we heard earlier? You didn't blow him up, right?
I don't think so.
That's good.
Can
Am I able to
anybody
see
else
them, or-
understand the deep speech?
Nope.
No.
Because I know
I
I
did
didn't
pick
feel.
up-
I
Is
mean,
abyssal and deep speech the same thing? or
no, they are different.
I
Never
did
mind.
pick my two other languages, and they're Primordial and Undercommon.
Okay.
So,
I was just curious.
Oh, I honestly might try and learn even more languages. See if that works for you guys.
Learning languages is possible. It takes downtime actions, I think, or at least it takes practice while you're resting and stuff, and it will take a certain amount of weeks. It might not be so much feasible for this campaign, but definitely something to have for the future.
Okay.
Uh,
They have a few languages, so I'm just like excited. Ooh.
Only one true language, and that's Dwarvish.
do you know that as a Kabak?
I do not.
Well, you should
I'm a
have
fan.
background. Well, you should have background, 2 background languages, or at least 1.
Yeah, I got one background language, but I picked Sylvan instead.
Yeah, I could have sworn you get 1 from your race and 1.
I can have Dwarvish. I'm gonna put Dwarvish on there. One day it'll be useful.
Let me see. Hey, you never know. There could be dwarves in here. So you don't get a background 1. Entertainer doesn't get a background 1. That's it.
Yeah.
So no, you don't have a dwarvish.
oh crap! Didn't mean to click that.
Click what?
Oh wait, if I go upstairs and then try to find him to wake him up, am I able to see him? Or
You
can I
see,
also-
you see the lump under the blanket, I assume. Unless Esmos, you moved and hidden because people keep trying to interrupt your sleep.
No, I'd still be in the same spot. I just want to fall back asleep.
You're probably just on the edge of falling back asleep when you pipes open the door.
Hello, I hear you are struggling with energy. I have came to assist.
Well, it is appreciated. Sleep will be better. I will be down. Please let me sleep.
Okay. See you when you're ready. And I walk back down.
That was probably the best outcome.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Let's go down. He's dead.
He was exploded.
So a little tufts of feathers, soft tufts over here, feathers, soft tufts over there. But yeah, you guys can relax, or you guys and wait on him, or you guys could go and see, because the carnival is supposed to arrive within an hour or so. You guys could go see where it was being set up while he rests. Leave a note for him.
That is what I want to do.
Yep.
I want to. Come on, let's go explore. I can smell it. Adventure in the air.
I think I will wait for Esmos. I don't think I would leave him behind.
What about you, Ho Ho?
While we're waiting, would you like to come meet my friend?
Oh, sure.
I will take them to see the Dryad.
What about you, Ho Ho? Are you waiting to for the other companion, or are you going to meet the Dryad?
I'm gonna wait on the other companion.
So the two birds settle down to wait for the third bird. Funny enough, I guess the saying's true. Birds of a feather. So the other three of you guys head out and you head to the garden that Pipes makes their home.
Place is nice.
Yup.
Ew.
I sleep here. I point to the wee sponges. the wee bit. And then
Yeah, you
rabbit.
Yeah, you just see the big old, like, a circle of bushes. What do you normally do? Are you trying to get your friend's attention, Tom?
Yeah, I'm trying to. Yeah, I'll be trying to get the
Knock on
attention.
a tree. She, like,
Knock on
seems,
wood.
yeah, it seems more awake, but pops her head out, looks at you, smiles at you, turns and sees horror, and like kind of
Hardly.
frowns. No, axolotl, horror.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
She unfrowns, but she's not like smiling at you. She says in Sylvan to you, Pipes, that well, I won't hold a grudge, however much my backside still stings.
And I say back in Sylvian, it's never good to hold a grudge. That just brings you down.
She gives you a smile too, and she walks out. She's a typical dryad, like an elven-shaped woman, made out of branches and tree pots and greenery. She introduces herself. Let me see if I can have dryad names. Dryad name.
Wait,
I thought Icelandale had one, but I don't remember.
that's so funny. We never even asked the.
Yeah, you monsters. She might not have had a name either.
Could have names before.
Yeah, you're a monster, Tom. I understand this. You made her cry, and you didn't even ask her name.
Hey, whoa! No, that was Ari. Ari was a monster.
No, Tom was said monster.
Yeah, I know.
At least I know where she is in this book. But she introduces herself to you guys. What do you guys do?
I take off my hat. I'm like, I'm Hardly Ronald, friend of Pipe. Give a gentleman's bow.
I'm Hara. I just have terrible self-control.
It's okay.
And I'm assuming one of
It's
you
a long
guys,
story.
one of you guys are translating for Hara.
I am.
Yeah, I'll translate for.
I'll help
Alright.
too.
Okay.
Oh, hey.
Okay. This is it. Let's see.
One of us can translate for her. One can translate for the Dryad.
Ah,
Sorted.
I do have a name for her.
Oh.
Hawthorne. Hawthorne.
This is half a win.
Format.
Might wait for it.
But yeah, and she introduces and probably shows around the garden that Hara knows, obviously, because she was very sneaky in here yesterday. But it's nice to show Hartley around. It's a very beautiful garden. You probably have heard of this city, even if you haven't been, Hartley. You don't know all the details, but you heard the gardens were very well known.
Oh yes, this is.
Lots of dryads and treants retire here.
I imagine you would notice that now that I'm in the garden a wee bit, that flowers bloom when I'm near them.
Just put that as a mental note for later. I'm just gonna let him explain everything to me. You know, show me around where he lives. Not trying to interrupt him too much.
I like getting twigs from here. These are nice twigs. These twigs are not good. They are weak and do not hold.
Picks up one of the weak twigs. These are definitely bad twigs. Only really good for starting fire. That we can't start here. I say.
Slight panic as you see like 20 different people look at you and then ease
We
back.
can't start here. We can't start here.
As you guys are doing this, we'll go back over to our friends at the tavern. What is Sid and Ho-Ho talking about?
Well, is there anything I can do to make you more comfortable around here? You know, maybe get you some more to eat, something to drink,
Massage your
basking
feet.
your glory, you know, anything like that.
Ho-Ho, you're not used to somebody like fawning over you, I don't think. How do you react to him just undivided attention on you, Ho-Ho? Art.
Oh, are you still alive?
He may have lost Art somehow. He may have had to use the restroom. Either way, you're just fawning over him, like fanning him off or something, like just taking care of every need. And I'm assuming he's a bit uncomfortable about it, because that's what I would assume, is like how I would feel. And that goes on for probably about an hour or so. Esmus, how much are you sleeping in?
I'd be getting up at this point.
Okay. You get up, preen yourself or whatever you do in the morning, and gather your things. And when you head downstairs, you see Sid and Ho-Ho down there. Ho-Ho looking a bit uncomfortable, but Sid being his overly himself.
Oh, Sir Eskimos, is there anything I can do to help your morning routine?
Oh no, that's the breakfast you brought earlier was good enough. Thank you.
Well, alright then, just let me know if you need anything.
I love that as a Gabak, he is the size of a halfling, just the same size as Pipes, and it's hilarious just imagining him like wanting to do all of this.
Wait, so we have a big owl and a little owl and a big
No,
rabbit and a little rabbit?
We have two big owls, but Gabaks are the chicken people, and they are small.
Oh, Kabaks are small.
Yeah.
But we do have 3 mediums and 3 smalls in our group. I think that's funny.
I think you have four mediums and 2 smalls.
I thought the axolotl was small.
Nope,
And
axolotl is
medium.
medium.
That terrifies me.
Yeah. Now
Thought
she's
she was
probably
small size.
short for a medium. I don't know, Kelly. I don't want to put a height on you, but I imagine she's
I'm just shy of 5 foot tall.
okay. So she's short
That's-
for a medium. But
That's exactly where I am. I thought she was a little like desk
Nope.
monster. I didn't know she was a full size person.
but Yeah, no. So now, Asmus, you notice it's only those two in here, though, that the others are not here.
Where did everyone else go off to? Not that
they
I'm
went.
saying I mind that you guys are here. I appreciate you waiting for me.
They went to go meet Pipe's friend or something along that lines. I'm not 100% sure. I think they were trying to buy time until the carnival.
Oh, well, would you guys like to head that way then? Or is there anything else you'd like to do?
Well, I think heading to the carnival would be the safest bet because I think that's where we're all going to end up anyway. Just have a feeling that that's where the strings of fate are going to bring us.
Incredibly profound out of nowhere.
Hey, I didn't want to just shove you in the carnival, but I had to make
No,
sure you
no.
guys get there.
No. Working the fate bender stuff.
Oh yeah, that is the fate bender.
That probably is. You're probably used to stuff like this happening, Sid.
Yeah, I got a feel for where we're gonna end up.
Like, well, you just know when things seem obvious, they're obvious for a reason. That it's just meant to be, and that things tend to happen that way around you. Like meeting two glorious birds who can talk to you.
Right? They don't normally talk back.
And a couple miscellaneous.
Yeah, those big those big birds just kind of like moved around like basically like horses. They kept chirping at you. Not nearly as nice. They were bigger, but not nearly as nice.
Exactly. You got the tier list of like you can be bigger, but like intelligence kind of matters a little bit more.
Would you like to see what was in that cot that you were in, Brandon?
Yes. Ah, yes. Oh, perfect.
Are you saying chocobos have no intelligence?
Well, let me see. Chocobos have slightly less intelligence, and by slightly I mean about 3 less intelligence than some people in the party.
That's probably me.
Believe it or not, Mr. Gabak, you are not the dumbest one in the party.
I am.
No. Oh god.
Oh yeah.
We have some negative mods here in this party.
I'm
Wait,
dumb.
oh my
and
god.
wise.
Oh god.
I really don't understand what's going on.
Oh, I just looked at everybody's name. I've never seen their stat blocks.
Yeah, no, all of that's on the stream. If anybody hasn't taken a look yet, it's all there.
Very charismatic chicken.
Yeah. But yes, so.
Well, are we ready to head out? Seems like they've been gone for about 15 minutes. The carnival was an hour away. By the time we figure out where
they've been gone for an hour.
Oh yeah, we're gonna be late. Let's go. Come on, Chop Chop, you slept too long.
He goes from fawning to giving you the sassier life. That's so great. I'm good.
Don't worry. Gods have to have a schedule too. Gotta keep them on track.
You guys head out, and you head off to the. You probably get directions because none of you guys are actually like. None of the 3 people there are like natives here, so you probably ask the barkeep and Zabar, and Zabar's like, yeah. It's probably gonna be off to the east side there, the biggest exit to the water.
I got a couple locals with me. I'm good.
You hope so.
I hope so.
It depends if those locals are smart enough to know where the thing would be and know the way there.
Can already tell you, even if I saw it in front of me, I'd probably not make it in time.
Yes, I do.
But yes. So we flash back over to the other three of the split party. Introductions are done. Talking is done. It's been about an hour since you guys left. What do you guys do?
No, I would not have been looking at sticks for an hour. I'm like,
Well,
"Let's
no, it's
go."
yeah.
no,
I just
know.
mean in
That's-
general.
I'm just, yeah. That's what I'm like. It's time to go.
Yeah, we'll go when he's done showing us the garden. Have some patience.
Angels, it is carnival time.
Ah, see? Let's head towards the carnival.
Question: do any of you guys know where it would be?
I'm
I asked
certainly
mainly
helping.
of Kelly.
Yes.
I look at my two friends. Well, lead the
Yes.
way.
And they
Yes, I
both
do.
point opposite directions.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Like, I can see it from my apartment where they're setting up.
Oh,
So you guys head that way, and it's you guys will probably get there a bit earlier than them. What you guys see before you head out into the water, because two of you guys, most of the party can't breathe underwater, is you see an area of land outside, and this is probably a little bit away from some farmlands that you would know, some of the jellyfish farms, but it looks like a secondary dome of air, and this is actually of air and not like the fabric and stuff that the whole building is made out of. And inside it, you can't really see too well, but it definitely, you see more greenery inside. It looks definitely different than you would expect. And at the gates, you guys see some of the more guard-looking people with a basket what looks to be scrolls.
oh, I'm guessing this is how we air breathers have to traverse the ocean. Didn't-
How tall are the guards?
They are probably two different sea elves, so probably humanoid size.
Around
Okay.
5'10" ish, probably.
Yeah. And they
You
see
doing
you
good,
two. They see you two come up, and they go to hand you guys like off to the carnival.
No, of course. Haven't been there in an age.
Gotta be careful with you air breathing types. Here you go, and they hand you two scrolls. And they say these are special, short time, can be used by anybody. But you can make it out there and probably back with this.
Are they standing right at the door to the water, or is
probably,
there a room
like,
behind them?
It's probably not quite a room. It's more like there's an archway. And
I'm gonna express to them that I need one too, because I don't breathe water.
I
could have
got
sworn you
two
did,
here.
Kelly.
I do, but
Oh, okay.
they don't need to know that, and
That's
I want
fair.
a free scroll in case
They
one
they
of
they
I
apologize and
can
say,
move
of
them
course,
around.
how dreadful of us to assume. Not every one of your people can breathe underwater like us. Here you go, and they hand you one. It's an hour. It's a scroll of air bubble, Kelly, but only lasts an hour.
That's why I was like, having extras of these might be useful, and getting them for free is also nice.
I
Yeah.
raise an eyebrow. I'm thinking to myself, I know a con when I see one.
Well, you've never seen her underwater either. Like, you don't
He
know.
told me she lives in an underwater apartment.
Oh, fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. I didn't want to jump. That's fair. They're not going to be stingy right now. These are cheap.
Watches us walk by them, shoves it in pocket, walks through bubble.
You're not magically inclined. I hope this
So-
works.
So yes, normally scrolls would not work for those who are not magically inclined, but these are special scrolls that are kind of like made for the non-magically inclined. So it goes off about a thought, and what happens is I need to double check again with air bubble, but I believe because this is one from Starjammers, Joseph, so I don't have it and everything yet.
Yeah, Spelljammer.
But air bubble creates a spectral globe around your head as you cast it and you go out. And I imagine you probably don't trust it at first.
Of course not.
And it doesn't keep all of your clothes and everything dry either.
I know. I saw the size of the bubble. I'm getting wet.
What happens for the herringbones? Because we've long ears. Does it cover the ears?
Oh
Does
no,
it
I
not?
guarantee your ears pop out the top.
My ears straight pop. Yeah, our ears straight pop at the top.
And as you guys get closer, there are still lights around outside, more of those globes. As you get closer, you notice that the carnivals, it definitely looks strange because when you see through the bubble, it's a straight air bubble. It's not like the film, like I said, the city has, and it inside almost looks above land, like it there's grass on the ground. There's like a river. There's tents being set up. All of that going on. And there's an area clearly as a ticket booth area. And as you guys are walking to there, we'll go to the other group, which are probably about 15 minutes behind you. As you guys approach the gate, you also see the two sea elves passing out temporary scrolls of air bubble.
I would like to run ahead and tell them I need 3 of them.
They look at you and like, 1 per person, please.
I'm getting the other 2. They're right over there. Do you not see the masters?
They look over. They see the 2 owlins
like,
and
yeah, like frame them with my arms and be like, these 2.
they're like, very well, and they just hand you them.
I'd like to run back and hand 1 to each.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
You know what? I have not really thanked you proper. Would you mind holding on to my familiar for me while we travel? As I have Shun up here, which is an owl.
Master has a smaller follower. Well, we'll see which one of us is better.
Master has given you an owl.
No, now I just imagine something totally different. Now he has something smaller than himself to compete for the master. He's going to murder that owl.
But it's a familiar, so he'll just bring it back over and over again.
Oh, I know.
Now that you said I'm going to keep an eye out for it, so when he does anything like that, I'll just have it disappear. So he thinks he did.
The owl's name's Jack.
The owl's name is what?
I said the owl's name's Jack. The Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah.
reference.
The owl's name is also Sid. It's convenient. But no, you said your owl was, what was it, Koi?
Shun.
Shun. Okay. I'll
a
give
good
you an
name.
owl token just so you can have one in your thing in case you need it.
Thank you.
We'll look at it with distrust. Can I telepathically talk to his familiar? I don't know if it's gonna do anything, but I just want to say I'm gonna be the one that serves him better than you.
I imagine it like tilts its head at you. You know how owls
It raises an eyebrow.
do. Yeah. You should be able to see it and rename it and whatnot.
Thank you. And then you subtly hear, "I will beat you."
So, you guys have the skulls. How does it look for you guys going out? Like, it has to be a more unpleasant experience for you guys.
I'll wait for the other two to go. I'm not leading the charge on this one.
How does it work again? I'm
So
sorry.
it basically creates a bubble of air around your head.
Gotcha. Okay.
It's a second level spell, by the way. Anybody can really learn it.
Before Est would used it, he would study it for a little bit just to take his time and see what he can learn from it. Then cast it. Or wonder in awe, and then go ahead and.
It's hard to copy because this is an edited version. If you had time to sit down and really try, you might be able to get it. But
Gotcha.
Time is not something if you want to go to the carnival.
Well, I
if
wasn't
only there
initially
was a
trying
spare
to-
one. Yeah.
I wasn't trying to like study it at this time. He was just quickly looking it over.
No, I get that.
Is it jumping into a whole bunch of water to traverse to the next side?
It's literally like it's a wall of water.
Oh. Because I would want to like swim, float, do circles. And
Yeah,
a whole
you
bunch
can
of
do
stuff
that.
was fun.
No,
Yeah.
I mean like there is a path underwater to get there. It's not like a direct 1 foot thing.
Gotcha. Yeah, no, he would be doing somersaults and flips.
Before you walk out, the people would like stop you and see all the books attached to your thing, and they're like, "Would you like?" And they kind of hold up like a drawstring bag. It's like this bag keeps things dry. Would you like one?
That would be wonderful.
These, unfortunately, we can't give out for free. It will be at least a gold.
Oh, that's completely fine. I understand. You thought about this more than I did, so thank you. And he happily hands over a gold piece.
So you have just a bag of waterproofness, you can call it.
Bag of waterproofness.
Oh yeah, a waterproof bag. That's an easier name.
Nope.
What about you,
Bag of
Ho Ho?
waterproofness.
What does it look
I'll
like?
get a bag.
Oh, you also get a bag? Okay.
Oh yeah.
They hand you one too. I'll subtract the gold from your thing, but what does it look like when you go out though?
What do you mean? What does it look like?
You're going out into the water. Like, what does that like look like?
Very unnerving.
Yeah. Because it is, like I said, a wall of water that you're walking into. You're walking into the ocean, basically.
Very unnerving because I don't like water. You know, wet feathers is not something an owl likes.
Oh, yeah, no, and all of your feathers, except for your head.
That's going to be very uncomfortable and annoying. And then I got to wait for them to dry.
And then you got to go back.
Something.
And then we got to go back.
You're smart enough to think about this. Estrus, is your owl doesn't have a bubble, and it's now sitting on Sid's soda.
I was well aware that I was gonna have it disappear as soon as I hit.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna try to freak him out.
If you're not
freak
worried
him out
about
with
it, yeah, if you're not worried about it, then nothing. Like he's not gonna think about it.
Yeah, I just I gave him a familiar to hold on to, and then all of a sudden it's gone. And now you have to return to your master without the familiar.
I was gonna put it like try to get it into the air bubble as much as possible, even though I don't like it. It's master. So like, I don't want.
Let's see. Let's see. What would be an appropriate check for this for you?
Face to face with the owl for
Yeah.
100 yards.
I think you can put its head in the bubble with you. Like, it's very tight. You guys are like ear to ear in there. But you can, and it's definitely not happy about that.
I don't get any funny ideas. I'm not either.
As you go forward out into the water, what does it look for you, Sid?
Quickly, hurried. Do not want to be here. Water enemy.
You guys see him go out in the water, and he's like treading water, trying to go fast and slowing down because of that.
And through one of the somersaults that Estes is doing, we'll see that he's holding Shun real close to his face, and he'll just start laughing really hard, and then send Shun to the
pocket.
Yeah, to my pocket dimension.
Randomly, while you're moving forward, holding the owl, it just disappears.
Or like the panic?
Yeah, no, you full on panic. Go ahead.
Yeah, like just run around, look everywhere, like see if I dropped it.
It's
and
nowhere.
Like, try to telepathically communicate with it and be like, hey, where are you? Where are you? Master's gonna be angry.
You do not feel it, see it, or anything.
Uh-oh.
But you do see, and you two see it as well, Ho-Ho and Esmus is the ticket booth. And I think it's Ho-Ho you that sees your other three companions there. Probably waiting outside for you guys. Well, not outside in the water, but outside the ticket booth.
I'll be trying to jump up and down and like wave, but it'll just be quite slow because it's in the water.
Oh, you're still out in the water? Because you could be dry. You could be dry in front of the ticket booth.
I'll be dry in the ticket booth waving at them then.
I'm gonna wait for Sid to catch up though, while he's falling through the water.
I'm like trying to get the water off me. I'm like, God blast it. I go for this dusty look. I look terrible when I'm soaked.
Yeah, all muddy.
I look like a sad cat that just got out of a bath.
If only somebody knew prestidigitation to dry you off.
Yeah. That would be nice in this situation, but sure no one does.
Well, after the panic, I'll just look defeated and slowly go over to the other side.
Can he hear? Like, if we try to speak to each other in the water, can he hear us?
I think it'd be very muffled. Because the air bubble creates a bubble around you. It doesn't really help you talk.
So as he's freaking out looking around for Shun, I'm going to use Minor Illusion to put words up. I'm just going to say, it's okay. I dismissed him. To try to make him not freak out as much in the water.
You do see those words.
Oh, okay.
But
so
you're not a spell. You're not a spellcaster. Do you know what dismiss means? You can kind of infer, but your master did tell you not to worry.
Yeah, but I always have to worry about him. That's the whole thing.
But you
All
heard...
right, well, I guess I'll still make my way over in a slightly calmer manner.
You guys get up to the... Go ahead.
I was gonna say, once we get to the dry spot, or where we don't have the bubble on anymore, I'll let them know where I spotted the group at, and we'll head that way.
Yeah, no, it's fairly clear where they are, and you guys head that way. I'm going to describe the ticket booth, and then this is where we're gonna end it because it's about 10, and I don't want to keep Tom up any later.
Yeah.
The ticket booth has a silver statue of a dancing fairy that is mounted on the roof of it and surrounded by fluttering butterflies. The booth is decorated with an animated depiction of the night sky with a shooting star arcing across it. An elderly goblin perches on the ticket counter, peering at you quizzically through an eyeglass. He lowers the eyeglass and calls out to you, "Greeting, fair goers." And that's where we're gonna fade to black and end session 1 of the Menagerie. I hope you guys all had fun. I really love all of your guys' characters. I love showing off my city. Thank you for bearing with me with that. And thank you for joining me tonight.
Oh,
Thank you
no
for doing
problem.
So,
No. It's a good time.
hey, I'm always happy to hear that. Always. I say this to everybody every time. I am gonna end my stream here. Thank you everybody for hanging out. Thank you both Brandon and Corey for all the bit wars you guys were doing. They were just throwing. They had to have one extra bit at each other until they ran out.
If I had 50 some left, but I had to be over 60 to take the lead again, I was like, I'm gonna have to get more bits to do that. I'm not gonna do it. I'm sorry.
Tonight. Thank you, Dom. Dom popped in and said hi, and he gave me a DM inspiration that I'm banking for later.
Oh no.
Ooh.
And thank you anybody lurking in chat. I always appreciate you. I'm gonna end stream here. I should be live again tomorrow with some Digimon. It is Digi Mondays. And we'll see how the week goes. Stay sweet.